Hello and welcome to Grinding Meeting number 54, Self-Destruction and Not Taking Your L's. Allow me a moment to do a little audio check here, as Microsoft has been weird with the changes. Oh wow, that's some good timing there. Audio looks good. Okay. Came across a very interesting body cam video, and I've been watching a lot of these lately. Just student of human nature. I get to see more of people than you would in a normal life, without having to risk your life as these officers do. So I very much appreciate the video. Almost all, there's three forms of the same thing that I've been watching for a while. And that is the Toxic Gamer, the Raging Karen, well, the Road Rager. But it's really just, it's usually someone who reality has handed them an L, some kind of loss, and they are not coping with it well. In fact, they are deciding to pretend that it didn't happen. And there's this thing that happens where it's almost like a gambler trying to raise the stakes. They go out and do things they would normally never do. A lot of times there's alcohol involved because it's basically, you could call it courage fuel, but it's really just fuel for self-delusion. But I may be getting ahead of myself, but I've been trying to decide whether I want to just lay out what I think is going on overall here, or just kind of build it as I go. I think I'm just going to jump in and just lay the case out as it goes, because I think this person had many lies going, and what we're seeing is everything's starting to fall apart, and this is her reaction to her world kind of falling apart. So one thing to keep in mind, she has called 911 several times already to report that her ex-boyfriend stole dogs from her. In fact, took two of the three dogs that were at this location, and this location doesn't seem to be her home. It seems to be her parents' home. This will become relevant later, but she has called and been told many times that this is a civil matter, and that it is a criminal offense to tie up 911 with a non-emergency. But she kept calling, and now this is the result of the police coming to say, hey, you can't be doing that. But she does her best not to let them tell her that. We'll see. Oh, I gotta turn that down a little bit. I think I'm 10-12 at the front door. She is allegedly a student. Well, she says she's both trying to graduate and has already graduated. And I don't see a student. This might have been the place she shared with her ex, but I think it's her mom's place because she references her mom being out of town. All these things will become relevant later. Oh, and I kind of cropped this oddly. I usually will have notes on the side or an outline, but I thought I would just make notes of things that I didn't want to forget about when I was doing the stream. So yes, multiple calls made to 911.
Hang up the phone. Do you need medical attention? No. She's advising no meds.
One thing to take note of, fairly calm. And she either isn't very drunk or she isn't drunk at all, which if this latter is true, it's kind of amazing that she could get herself into the state without alcohol. There might have been other chemical influences, but I kind of suspect that she really freaked out, and like there may not be any chemical involvement. The officers don't mention the smell of alcohol or drugs or anything. It doesn't seem that she's charged for anything related to that. So maybe she did do this sober.
All right, thank you.
He's currently on the phone with dispatch.
We're here. So how can we help you?
I don't need your shit. I need you to go get my dogs. No, you're not? Okay, thank you.
You'd think she would at least make the attempt to try to get them to do it. If she's just going to keep calling 911 over and over again, trying to get them to do it, I think she'd at least make a run at the cops, but it's like, that's not what this is really about. It's not about getting her dogs back. But that's a lot to get into, and it'll make more sense later.
Hold on a second. I want to explain something to you real quick, all right?
Hey,
So you call 911 like the way you did?
Yeah, with rare exception, if you keep calling 911, a cop will show up to your house and they will have some things that they have to straighten out with you. And I think most people know this. So just like closing the door and not letting him explain his things is a way of antagonizing and keeping this situation going.
C22, I copy. So far. She just.
As I said before, it really appears that she is not accepting a big L and is trying to somehow pull a win out of a loss through this. I think I might have to get into something a little more complicated here in a second. Okay, maybe now is the time. There's a couple different ways of looking at how we make decisions. Like the vast majority of our decision making is unconscious, and we're not aware of the process. But a simple, really low resolution version that has a lot of utility is the elephant and rider analogy, where the elephant is your emotional, unconscious, more primal side, and your rider is your intellectual, narrative generating, self-aware side. For most people, most of the time, okay, the vast majority of people, the vast majority of the time, the elephant is making all the decisions and the rider is just kind of smoothing things over, crafting a narrative around the elephant's behavior to try to maintain an image of self that they can live with. If you go a little deeper and start looking maybe like what you might call the subpersonality model, where that elephant is actually like a parliament or a congress of all these different factions that represent the different interests that you have. Food acquisition, a lot of it around status, sex and all kinds of stuff, and they form. You could say they form coalitions. Like you could say there's a self-destructive faction, a faction that just wants to see you fail. But there's also a faction within you that wants you to be more in balance. And this one will push in whichever direction. So if you're basically faking it and you're phony and you're full of crap and you don't really deserve to be where you're at, and you're acting out a way higher status than you actually, deserve, the two factions of, bringing things into balance and the one that wants to sabotage you will, like a superhero, supervillain team up. They will work together to the goal of knocking you down a peg to bring you into balance. And that's some of what's going on here, but there's so many other layers that it's kind of hard to get into until we actually see it. So I'm going to move ahead a little more.
Dogs. If you're not going to get my dogs, get the fuck off my property.
I need to explain something to you.
I don't need you to explain
what you doing, calling us the way you are?
As long as she can prevent him from giving the explanation that will let him leave, she knows she can hold him there. So either talk over him or make sure, don't let him talk, or if he talks, talk over him so that you're not getting the message.
It's a criminal offense.
Can you pass? Can you pass the test?
Pass what test?
This is some ideological, college activism stuff, wanting to see if he is an ally of sorts. But it's not something that really exists a whole lot out in the real world. So,
can you pass the test?
Pass any test, yes. What
I'm
test
sorry.
are you trying to
I'm
have
sorry.
me pass?
you have to understand, she is Neo in the Matrix. And then, you have agents, which are the bad ones, so the skinhead she refers to later. And then you just have the copper tops who are just, in the system. So if you are looking at the world like she is, you're just kind of one of those people that are still plugged in.
I'm sorry. Get off my property. You're not going to get my dogs? Get the fuck off my property. My shit was stolen. I pay Nappy's vet bill.
Okay, here's the first clue that she is being manipulative. And that she claims that there were 3 dogs and her ex-boyfriend picked up 2 of them from this location, which appears to be her parents' house. And she's saying that he stole the dogs, that they were her dogs. And if she hadn't said this, later, this is the only point where she references paying the vet bill, I believe. Later, she just says, I paid for the dogs, which would imply that she owns the dogs. What it appears to be is she paid a vet bill for one of the dogs of her boyfriend and now believes that she owns the dog because of paying the vet bill. It sounds really weird, but it's the kind of thing you, like, if you're just kind of sitting around trying to, like, hammer that square peg into a round hole. It's the kind of thing that you'd mull over till it made sense when you're by yourself. But if you try to present it to others, it can look incoherent.
My shit was stolen. I pay Nappy's vet bill.
I could explain some options for you.
I don't want options. I want my fucking dog.
Okay.
And you're not gonna do that. So get the fuck.
So you don't want to know the options that you have?
I don't have options. I want my fucking dog.
Okay.
And you're not gonna get my dog. So please.
Yeah, if you're so emotional that your voice is like cracking, you don't take one breath and then suddenly be perfectly clear again unless you are pretending to be upset.
Just leave. Okay? You're not gonna get my dog?
So
I don't care what you have to say. You're not gonna get my dog, right?
But you don't care what I
say. That I paid for?
But you don't care what I said.
What do you have to say to me?
So
What the fuck do you have to say to me
So
that I don't already know?
I don't think you do know, honestly, ma'am.
Oh my god. What? They know I'm black or something? Now you gotta send fucking 5 of you? Get the
Slightest disagreement, and the card comes out.
fuck away from me.
Do you know?
You're not gonna get my dog? Get the fuck away from me. You aren't worth a fuck.
What I want you to
Go
do-
fucking
here's an
patrol
option.
some dumb spot.
Yeah, I kind of captured in the note here. Do the thing I want you to do, something I know you can't do, or leave, which you also can't do. This is just a pressure cooker trying to, antagonize them.
Here's
Go
an option
patrol
that you can look
Palm
at.
Coast like you have been. Go gang up on the fucking city like you have
Here's an
been.
option that you
Do
have.
your pointless fucking work and don't do a goddamn thing for me because you're not gonna do shit for me.
Can I explain something?
I paid $3 grand for
I know that's the thing. They aren't there to do shit for her, and she knows it. She knew from the beginning that they weren't going to be able to do nothing for her. But that wasn't the point of the call.
this fucking dog and for my ex to come in and fucking take him.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you. No offense.
I'm going to guess that's a non-white person over there, and that's why she's giving them this kind of tacit respect.
Fuck you. Go fucking post up.
Yep.
Get the fuck out of my yard. Nobody fucking needs you. It's a civil matter that they can't even help. Get the fuck out my yard.
No, here's the deal. I'm the
No, fuck you, you bald bitch.
This is exact. Not that he's necessarily doing anything wrong, but this is what she's been wanting. She needs something to push against. She needs a villain in her narrative. What I'm suspecting is her ex left her. Her parents are out of town, and maybe her grift, which I'll explain later, has either recently gotten busted or it's about to get busted. And she's having trouble sitting at home, just coping with the fact that she did all of this to herself and needs someone to get in a conflict with so that she can project onto the other people and then attack them, which is, I think I put a note in there later. It's a momentary relief from, overwhelming self-hatred.
You fucking skinhead bitch! You racist fuck! Go gang up on somebody else, you racist fuck! Go post up! Fuck you! You work for me, you fucking bitch! This is what the fuck you do! You're a fucking civil fucking hell! Get the fuck out of here! Get off my yard! Go post up! Go fucking waste your time sitting somewhere else!
She's kind of getting annoyed that the provocations aren't working the way she wanted to.
Bitch, over and over and over. You don't work for dispatch, you fat fuck. You sit
And this
in
is
a
an
fucking
odd distinction
yard.
she keeps
Shut the
making.
fuck
You guys are
up.
police. I was harassing dispatch. You aren't dispatch.
What the fuck? Do you answer phone calls?
So you don't have any standing
Get the
to
fuck
complain to
outta
me
here.
about
They're
harassing
not
dispatch.
They have it under control. They have it well under control. Get the fuck
In
out
the
of here,
day,
you
she's talking about
skinheaded
dispatch.
fuck.
They-
You short bitch. You fat fuck. You
Just
slow
looking for
fuck.
anything she
You
can
can't
get
even
like a little
pass
hook on.
fucking test. army.
Yeah,
Go
I should
in and
come back to
protect.
this.
You can't
I think that I suspect that we will find out later. She talks about how she's trying to finish, trying to graduate. She's getting a degree in occupational therapy assistant. But she said she's both trying to graduate and that she already has, and that she has. Well, she did graduate, but she doesn't have her diploma because they misspelled her middle name wrong. So she's waiting on the other diploma, and then when she gets that, she can go take the board test and then get a job. So I'm thinking one of the things that's falling apart here is that she didn't actually graduate, and that the whole like, oh, Mom, I don't have my diploma because they misspelled my name wrong, and they're going to be sending me a new one. It sounds so much. Well, we'll get into that.
even pass a fucking test. Go join the army. Go be in the fucking reserves. But you can't do that. But you can't fucking do that. That's why you already are. Get the fuck
I kind of feel like this is something somebody told her at one time.
out of here. Nobody needs you. Nobody needs you.
So I'm gonna explain a couple things to
And
you.
go fucking run my tags. Make sure you see me. Make sure you fucking get me
So
out
I'm
there
gonna
because you
explain a
have
couple
nothing
things to
better to do. Get your bald-headed ass the
I'm
fuck
explaining-
out of my... Get off my... No, shut up. Hold on one
Don't
second.
Apparently, you can you can spot a white supremacist very easily just by if they've shaved their head, and they're not, and they're white. That's all. That's all.
Please shut up. Don't
Shut
tell me
up.
to shut up.
I can. Get off my fucking property. All of you.
So
Get off my fucking property, you fat bitch.
one option you
You
have
short little fat
is to
fuck.
look up on Google, okay, and
Shut up.
misuse,
Get off my property.
misuse
I'm
of
off-
911, which is a criminal offense. All right.
Get off my property.
So as soon as he gets to the point that once he's told her that they can leave, she don't want to hear it. She wants to talk him down. Wants to keep this thing going. Wants to get the pressure cooker going. Antagonize them. There's like at least 4 different factions that want the antagonization of the cops, and I'll get into more of them later.
And disorderly conduct. Yeah, I know. And I've been.
No,
trying
yeah,
to
those
get,
inner forces right now,
911s,
the-
but
Like she can't let the cops go because the cops, like I said, the self-destructive, the self-punishment faction, the trying to bring things into balance faction, like she's pretending to be way higher in status than she actually is, and part of her wants that correction. There's also probably a part of her that wants, if she can antagonize the cops into unjustly arresting her and then getting a felony, then, well, I can't. They screwed this whole thing up. It wasn't that I didn't graduate or, that I was lying. It's like, no. I could have had the job, but now I have a felony and I can't work it. It wasn't my fault. That could be in there too. There's also just like wanting the relief of projecting your self-hatred onto other people. And it gets very complicated. But these are the forces fighting within. Because obviously she doesn't want to go to jail, but the coalition of forces
some options, but
that want her to go to jail tonight are too powerful, and they're going to win no matter what.
that, and she was getting very, very close to me. Where I thought she was.
Although she would probably prefer
Had that lovely issue.
to verbally antagonize the cops into crossing a line and where they did something wrong.
I gotta confirm her picture.
The outcome was inevitable. She was not going to accept any other outcome. And every time it looked like they might leave or she might not get what she wants, she's got to come back out and like turn up the juice a little bit and try to stoke the fires.
You dumb fuck. My dog is gone. That I paid $3,000 for. He's fucking gone.
Well, we tried.
So fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Look up
You're
disorderly
not worth
conduct.
a fuck.
Look up
You're
disorderly
not worth
conduct.
a fuck.
Look up
Get
disorderly
off my property.
Look up disorderly
Get
conduct.
the fuck out.
Look up disorderly conduct.
It's like she's already throwing rocks.
Fuck you.
It's like she's just thinking about throwing rocks at the cops right now. And shooting them. There's kind of a shooting gesture there. Like right on the edge of like,
On my property?
what you can get away with.
You fucks.
gotta let
Go
them folks.
fuck each
Yeah,
other.
hope you
Go
find your dog.
fuck each other.
Have a good night.
And they're like, well, we told her the thing, tried to give her options. She told her that it's a crime to call 911 if she does, So they're like, okay, well, we're going to get out of here. And okay, they poke her a little bit by saying, I hope you have a good night. Hope you have your dog. I don't know. Maybe that wasn't necessary, but when you get abused that much, for your own psychic health, psyche's health, getting a little something like that in, you might, allowing yourself to be abused is not good for you no matter what the situation is. And I don't fault them for getting, a little dig in there. But as I said on the screen here, she realizes that they're going to leave if she doesn't do something.
Good luck finding your dog.
Fuck you!
Enjoy your night.
Just throw rocks.
Are you throwing rocks at us?
Yep,
I'm
let's go.
throwing rocks in my yard.
Come here. Throw rocks.
Yeah, well, this is how it was always going to go. And if she had, she's just going to keep going up to the edge, but like it was always going to happen. Like the distinction that, and I think I break it down later if I come to that. Thankfully, you don't see a whole lot here. I don't really care for this part of what's going on all that much.
Put your hand on your car.
But turn it down just a little bit.
Stop resisting.
And a lot of people, this is the thing that they come for, but I just feel bad. Like this was done to her. It was done to her by her, but
Stop resisting.
but there is a thing that people enjoy, and I don't think it's as malevolent or toxic as it might appear. Like when you see somebody that out of balance, they need a correction. And in the old days, somebody might get the crap beat out of them, and a woman, and that might be the attitude adjustment they need. But like, that's why, the videos of like Instant Karma and stuff, like watching some people getting the correction that could help them get their crap together a little bit better. Now, this is kind of how this will progress. And be like, I didn't throw the rocks at you. Well, I didn't hit you with the rocks. Well, I didn't injure you with the rock. Well, I didn't injure you so badly that you needed an ambulance. Now, that seems like I might be exaggerating, but there is a point later where she's like, well, you were able to drive me to the police station just fine. You couldn't be too injured.
It's on my camera. You've done.
Now, throwing rocks at your yard that cops happen to be in at that moment, and you think that's an important distinction.
This before to my ex. I didn't throw rocks at you. They didn't even.
There's also something very strange. It's kind of hard to notice what isn't there, but should be. She does not have a single derogatory thing to say about her ex. The person that just stole her dogs that she owns because she paid for an operation for one of them. Yeah, those dogs. She never says anything bad about him. And I think that's very interesting because she's in a mode where she needs a villain of her story. And the fact that she isn't putting that on him makes me think she might have done something really awful to him.
Touch you. You heard them. And you heard my dog is in there, please.
Yeah, right at the moment where she's like, oh, you just heard them. It's like, she's like, okay, it's probably not drunk enough to maintain this delusion. Like the cops aren't going to react to throwing rocks near them.
Let me tell my mom.
Where's your mom?
But then you go into sob story mode, talk about, I'm scared or I'm alone or whatever.
She's in St. Augustine. Nobody is here. Nobody is here, and I threw them in the yard. It's on my camera.
Well, we have that. We can tack on them.
Oh, yeah, we have that. We can back on you skinheaded fuck. It's on my camera. And you...
She's like, oh yeah, I got that on camera. And she's like, a moment in her head, like, yeah, what are you going to see on the camera? You're going to see somebody appearing to throw rocks at cops. Even if you're not hitting them, they don't like that. That is kind of the sound of coping. Like, there's like 5 steps I've noticed in like a lot of these arrests. There is the, I can't believe like I'm not free to go and accept that. I can't believe I'm being physically restrained or handcuffed. Can't accept that one. The getting into the cop car, and that makes it, you know, each step makes it like more real. So you're gonna have like an emotion, abstinence, and you know, like, ow, there's a funny bone on my elbow. Whew, I'll just move forward.
I threw the rocks in my... God, you dirty...
Yeah, I know. She's like, she tried to make a run at the delusion of, you know, I threw rocks at the yard, but it's like, even as it comes out of her mouth, it's like, yeah, that's crap. I know that's crap. So she has to change gears and just, you know, that redirecting of self-hatred thing I mentioned earlier.
I threw the rocks in my... God, you dirty... you can't take me talking shit to you two. You have to do this to me? I threw the...
And like her earlier script, like she thought she was going to be able to antagonize them with just words. This is what she apparently planned on saying, had been able to antagonize them verbally without, I mean, if you throw something at someone, it doesn't have to hit them to count as an assault.
I threw the rocks in my yard. I don't even... Oh, no, my dog. I can't... My dog. My baby.
Come on, take a seat.
No.
Yeah, about her baby dogs. She says later that she came over here, presumably her parents' house, to feed the dogs. And when she found that 2 of the dogs were gone, she was so upset that she had to call 911. Well, I don't think she arrived at the house shoeless and braless, in like casual wear. So at what point did she change? Because I assume this is her parents' house. She's got clothes there. Or even if it was the place she shared with her ex, but neither of them has been living there. And it can't be where he's living now because, you know, where's she going to take the dogs? To the same place? So pretty sure it's her parents. And if, like I said, like, if you're going to the house to feed the dogs, you'd think that would be the first thing you did. You wouldn't expect a wardrobe change into something extremely casual and then go feed the dogs. Yeah, a lot of things don't quite fit and imply other things.
Okay, but I didn't... You know I didn't, just like you know I didn't. It's this fucking skinhead.
Put your feet in the car.
In her mind, you know, it's just the copper tops, you know, from the Matrix, being ordered around by an Agent Smith of white supremacy. She can't grasp that this is just like what happens when you do this. And she's not, doesn't have dissociative disorder. She doesn't have multiple personalities. But as the situation evolves and changes, different parts of her gain strength. But the best analogy for this is why you shouldn't go shopping when you're hungry, because you will make poor decisions. Why will you make poor decisions? Well, whatever coalition of unconscious forces within you that are related to gluttony or food acquisition or just maybe security in general or whatever it is, those have a greater influence over your decision-making when you're hungry shopping than if you're not hungry shopping. But it's true in like in different environments, different contexts, we're different people because different parts within us are stronger and weaker depending on the situation.
Nobody's even out. Nobody is here. I have to call. Please, I know.
You'll have your chance to call. Get in the car.
No, I don't have any shoes. The jail's dirty. I didn't do anything to you, and it's gonna come on camera.
We're gonna drag you in the car.
And you attacked my door.
The voice cutting out is an indication of a loss of confidence. You attacked me, but like the vocal cords just won't quite cooperate with that. So she got to go in a different direction.
If I have to pull you in this car, I will. But I don't want to.
But I know because you know I did
I'll
it.
keep talking to you if you put your feet in the car.
Get that skinhead the fuck out of here, you racist fuck! You racist mother...
Whole lot of projection going on right now.
Yeah, record me! He's racist!
I mean, when you hate people based on their race, it's kind of hard to
In my yard!
accept that other people don't.
Oh, you racist fuck.
Come on, have your seat in the car.
We're making race comments as you out here. We want making race comments.
Come on, put your feet in the car.
I shouldn't even believe they're
It's
racist.
in my yard. I'm allowed to do that.
Come on.
Out the car.
Okay, I shouldn't enjoy it that much, but the surprise pull from the other side when they're being all obstinate and won't get in the car, and then the feet going up, I shouldn't enjoy it this much, but I kind of do. Now that is the sound of reality being denied. She is literally physically fighting against the world because she won't accept that she's actually in the back of a cop car right now.
Y'all good?
And then move on to vulnerability. My dogs, my dogs, my dogs.
Stop! I threw rocks in my yard. Please, my mom isn't even home. She doesn't know.
What is it your mom doesn't know? I feel like she's might be talking about something else.
This is so unfair. You're arresting me at my house. I threw rocks in my own yard. It's on video.
You see the confidence fall. Because she knows what's on video. Like she wants to believe that the video will back up what she wants to be true. But as I was saying earlier, she's not drunk enough for that level of delusion or high or whatever. Or angry enough, because if she just had somebody she could be arguing with right now, she could be spelling that out with full confidence. But just hearing your own vapid words that you don't have any confidence in echo back at you, yeah, it's kind of hard to maintain that.
It's on video. It's on.
Now, she wants the on video thing. She wants the win. So as long as she doesn't actually think about what the implications of that are, she can just keep shouting it. It's something called a thought terminating cliche. It's used, emerges in activism quite a bit, where like a good example is in The Big Lebowski, where he's talking about, I forget what they're talking about. What's his name? The big guy, I'm dropping his name right now. Goodman, John Goodman's character. He won't even respond. He's like, I can't roll on Sundays or Saturdays or whatever. I told him, and they're like, and the dude's still trying to talk to him. He's like, Shomer Shabbos. He's like, well, no. Shomer Shabbos. It's like, it's just this phrase you repeat rather than actually interacting that terminates thought. And it's just like a freaking bark or growl. It's not even like a word at that point. Or cluster. It's just a collection of mouth sounds that make you feel like you're winning something.
On video. It's on video. You can't get away with it. It's on video. It's on video. It's on video.
And there is like she is trying. The short definition of a God, I know this is getting into a weird place, but the short definition of a God, most consistent over time, historically, is he that can speak reality into existence. Something like that. Well, she is trying to speak into existence a videotape of her not throwing rocks near cops. Like she really wants that to be true. If she can scream it loud enough and say it hard enough, it's sort of, there's a belief that it can become true. And the weird thing is, in social groups, yeah, for all intents and purposes, people can speak things into existence because if everybody in the group believes it and you don't, life's going to get rough. There's a little bit of acceptance there. Okay, I am in the back of a cop car. She may have finally acclimated to the idea that she's in the back of a cop car.
Dear God, please. Please let them see the light. Please let them see the truth. Dear God, please. You know I didn't throw anything at them. You know I didn't throw anything at them.
They're just like lying to God. Like, that's fucked up.
God, please. I knew better. I knew better. I
This does feel very much like a confession. Like on the surface, like the narrative generating side, it's passing in that I wouldn't have done that because I knew better, but then just kind of got stuck on the I knew better, which is sort of a confession.
Better, and it's on video. I knew better. It's on video.
And now she's connected the two thought terminating cliches into one larger slogan.
I threw it straight down. I will show you the video. I will show you the video.
You see this actually a lot where people will be like, oh, good, that's on video. And it's like, I just watched the video. It's not what you think it is.
What does he not get? What is it? It's on video. Come in my house. I will show you the video.
Yeah, good note here.
In your
Without someone to push against, she can't maintain the energy level required to keep buying her own BS distinction about the rocks.
ignoring me. And you're ignoring
And she's really upset that he's ignoring her because he's not giving her what she really, really needs, the fuel for self-delusion of conflict.
me because you want me to go to jail. It's on video. I have a ring cam. I knew better. I know better.
And you know what? It's almost like her internalized mother scolding her. Like, I'm sure her mother has told her on numerous occasions, you knew better.
It's on video. And you're ignoring me and nobody's here. My mom doesn't. I don't trust you. I am black. And nobody's here. I am scared. I am scared.
That is not a scared person. That is an angry, angry person. And one time somebody told me that babies get angry. And I said, babies angry? And once I had my own, there were times, oh yes, that baby may be crying, but that baby isn't sad. It's angry. Probably wasn't fair to compare it to a baby. Maybe it is fair. I don't know.
It's on video.
But just having violent, uncontrollable physical reactions.
And you're deleting it.
It's like, how do I put this? We exist in we create our own reality. We have our own personal reality generator, you could say. It is like we're living in augmented reality. And in her reality right now, she really is physically struggling with like these swirling energies, demonic energy just enveloping her kind of. And she is in the fight of her life because what she wants to do is maintain the childish, not responsibility accepting, give me what I want, or I'll cry, or I'm vulnerable, or I'll play the race card. And right now, she actually has an opportunity to grow and become, I'm not going to say an adult, but closer to it.
I need my mom. That's not me. I swear to God, that's not me. If you think
Apparently, he's ran her registration and, got her identity and is looking her up at the moment. And she doesn't think that's her.
that's me, that's not a picture. Look at me. But you're ignoring me because you know it's on video. And you know I didn't throw that at you. You know I didn't. You just arrested me and I have to stay in jail because nobody's here. Please. God damn it! God damn it! You fucking white supremacist piece of shit! I didn't do anything!
He mildly interacted with her, and it gave her enough fuel for this.
I know better! I know better than those!
She knows she did.
I know better than
Just-
something
but she-
at you. I would
Yeah, she doesn't believe her own words here.
never.
And she's running out of conflict fuel from her interaction with the,
I'm so scared.
officer.
I don't need... Please, I just...
one thing I've seen a bunch with these is, like, when you're scared, you're not really concerned about making sure everybody around you knows that you're scared. You're just scared.
to board. I have to take a board exam. This is good.
Yeah, this is a lot of this is what makes me think that
Why?
she's been like lying to her mom, that she didn't actually graduate, that the whole like misprinted my middle name diploma story sounds like bullshit to buy time, and that's falling apart. I'm wondering if her boyfriend breaking up with her, which I'm assuming happened, and maybe she cheated on, like, I'm wondering like a whole house of cards came down at the same time and just set her into this spiral.
You guys are just mad. You're mad.
And that's the thing. She's mad. She is just mad. And she's just projecting that. She's like, she is not sad. She's not scared. She is just mad.
Because of what I said to dispatch. You're mad at my freedom of speech. God damn it! No!
You know, I've seen this a lot too. Is like once the car starts moving, like the reality that you are going to jail sets in a little bit deeper. The fact that she's screaming for her mom is really, really sad. And, you know, it'd be really easy to blame her for what she's become, but you put anybody in an environment where you give them the I win button of being vulnerable or being scared or being of, you know, a particular race. Like if you give them power in any dimension like that, people will use it. So it's like, it's very much like something that's been done to her. And I feel bad in that respect.
My dad's not gonna answer the phone, please. My dog is in the. Please! Nobody's gonna know. Well, you know I didn't throw anything at you, and you just attacked me, and it's all on camera.
That faltering of confidence after the statement,
It's all on camera.
losing the voice before she can finish the sentence.
God damn, please. Please, please, please. I know you. Oh my God. It's my mom's birthday. I came home to feed my dogs and my ex took my dogs. I have 3 pit bulls. I only have 1 at home.
I'm kind of suspecting that after breaking up with her, that she used his 2 dogs, but basically as leverage. Like, yeah, well, good luck getting your dogs, you know, and just like, you know, people will do that if you break up with them. They'll try to hold on to something to make you suffer, and hold on to somebody's dog is pretty awful, which kind of sounds like what it was like. And speculate even further, I'm guessing that her parents let him take his dogs because they were his dogs.
That's what started all of this, and I got mad, and yeah, I picked up rocks and I threw them now, but you know, it is on camera. You know for a fact that I didn't throw them at you, and it is on camera of me throwing them down. Like, this is going to get dismissed because I'm gonna pull up the footage, but why do I have to
Well, keep in mind, this will be dismissed.
spend the night in jail? Because you're racist.
Well, you know he's not racist. That's why your vocal cords won't engage in the accusation.
You were there, like, you know I didn't do it. You know that skinhead pulled up, and now we have to fucking do this.
And like I said, you know, Agent Smith of the Matrix Nazi Squad, you know, comes up and then tells all the copper top cops how things go. She literally, you know, she literally thinks that.
I cannot deal. I need my mom. It is her birthday, and I don't want to do this.
You know, thinking about her mom seems to send her into a dark place of realization that she doesn't want to go to.
Oh my God! like I have to. Please, this is gonna ruin me.
Okay, you can't be. I don't think you can be embarrassed and scared at the same time. I mean, you can be scared of getting embarrassed, but if you're actually scared, like actually legit afraid, your concerns about being embarrassed pretty much evaporate.
This is gonna ruin. I'm literally have to take my state boards to be an OTA, and I'm really good at it.
No, the way her voice breaks down when she's trying to claim that she's really good makes me think that she is in fact not really good, and maybe she didn't graduate, and maybe she's been pulling a big scam.
I'm really good at it. I worked at Advent, and I worked at a skilled nursing facility. And I did an OTA, and I
think I've pretty much already covered, what I think the nature of the Big L is. I think it was just like a house of cards of maybe cheating on her boyfriend. That one I'm not so sure about. But I think she did something horrible, and that's why she has nothing really bad to say about him, which I would have really expected. I think like she got money from her mom, probably a student loan, trying to, get this occupational therapy assistant degree, and then passing the boards for it. I think that like everybody's finding out that she's full of crap, and then they all went, and she's sitting there in the house alone and just didn't know what to do. But if she can like have her career derailed by the police, well then she's not really responsible, is she? Because she wasn't throwing rocks at them. I mean, she didn't hit them. I mean, she didn't injure them. I mean, none of them had to go to the hospital.
really good. And I'm supposed to take my boards the 1st of March.
Well, that is interesting. Because the boards for, we call it occupational therapy assistant, it is just a test. It's a written test. Some places might have more, but basically it's just a test so that they can make sure you know what you need to know to do it. So you need the degree and the test. Why she wouldn't be able to take the test for a couple more months is weird, because usually as soon as you graduate, you take the test. Why that would be put off is probably the whole like, oh, they misspelled my middle name wrong and I got to wait for the diploma before I can go take the test. Seems like a whole house of cards of stall tactics.
I paid like 30 grand at Kaiser University, and I did really good, and I'm in debt so bad, and this is gonna ruin it.
Yeah, I don't think it's this that ruined it.
I can't afford it, I don't have money, like, I can't afford to just pay this debt and not have a job.
I think she's setting up her new grand villain of her life story. Something that can be responsible instead of her.
No, I did not try to hurt you, but you're taking me to jail. And when you know that I did not try to hurt you.
Yeah, I think I captured it well here. I need you to believe this because I can't quite delude myself without your help.
You know I didn't do it. Because I know I didn't do it, and I know that you know because I threw it straight down. None of you he said, oh, you threw it right at us. You know I did it. This is not, it's not fair, and it's on my cameras. That is not fair, please.
Yeah, that distinction that like you don't have to throw something at somebody and hit them for it to be a crime. Assault doesn't necessarily mean contact. Battery means contact.
It's my mom. I have no shoes. I have no clothes.
I'm so vulnerable. I'm so vulnerable.
Jesus, please.
And she's back to religion.
My mom is going to be so upset. I don't want to do this to my mama. I don't even know her number.
Why would she be upset if you didn't do anything wrong? Because you can always hear her voice. You know better.
I don't even know my mom's number. If I try to call my mom and I get it wrong.
So she's past she actually accepts that she is going to jail now, which is a big step, and she's calmed down a little bit. But, you know, just enough to try to bait some interaction out of the cop so she can have some, you know, something to react to and juice up her self-delusion powers.
Can I have another call?
I'll let you call somebody till you're
He's basically telling her, you know, if, you know, you don't just get one call. We're going to let you, you know, try as many numbers as you can remember or whatever.
Okay, but like you're ignoring me so bad. Is that because you know? Please, like human to human, like you.
She really wants to believe that there's like this conspiracy that she's been the target of. And essentially she's right. I mean, she was the one conspiring against her. But, yeah.
No, I didn't. You know I didn't try to hurt you. You know that, like human to human. You are a human, like that's what will save your old career. Like just be a fucking human. You know I didn't try to hurt
Do what I want or I don't consider human.
you. I know better. Oh my god.
That's why she says the I know better. And it's basically her internalized mother telling her that she knew better. But when she's trying to use it on the surface as an argument, like, I wouldn't have done that because I knew better. Well, you did do it. And yeah, you did know better. And that's what your mom's going to say.
I'm not gonna get out. Please. Sir, please.
If you didn't do anything wrong, you're not carrying any guilt, you probably aren't going to be banging your head against the, I assume that's the seat, passenger seat over there.
Like, you know I didn't try to hurt you. I want my dogs back. My ex stole my dogs and I'm upset. Like, that's all this. I have one dog left and she's at home without me.
Yeah, there is a, when you make a defense against an accusation that hasn't yet been leveled, it makes what you're defending suspicious. And that she's mentioned, I think, a couple times now that she came home to feed the dogs. Obviously, that wasn't the first thing she did when she got there. And the fact that she pushed that in there almost makes it sound like there has been an accusation that she was not doing a good job of feeding the dogs. But this is pretty deep in speculation. And that might be why eventually he either came and got his dogs or his parents. I don't know. It sounds like, you know, she's trying to work that in before the accusation of neglect emerges.
Please. I have one baby left and she's at home without me. And you're just ignoring me because you know. You know, you dirty ass. You know, and it's on camera. Why make
She got a little burst of energy.
when you know it's on camera? And
The
then you wonder why
strong energy
people
from the thought terminating
fucking
cliche.
like you. It will go viral. It is
The video will go viral. Well, like I said, I don't think this is an unconscious confession. It might be, but I think it's just big irony.
Skinhead isn't even here.
And we're back to Agent Smith.
A normal person, and I tried. Like, I'm sorry. I even looked at you and I said, I'm sorry. I didn't. Oh. You know I didn't. You know this is wrong. You know this is dirty. That's why you can't even speak to me.
Because he knows that it's just going to be freaking delusion fuel. He's wise enough to know don't feed that.
Please take me home. I won't make another call. I will just be with my tutu and I won't say.
It is funny that this concession comes so far after the point where it would have made any difference. Like, if that had been what she said when they opened the door, no video.
Anything and I'll just miss my dogs. I just wanted my dogs back, please.
Yeah,
Please
your
don't
dogs.
make me do it. It is literally my mom's birthday.
Because you
Like,
paid for a
I was
vet bill
out
for one of them.
for my mom's birthday. Her birthday is January 22nd. Her name is Dina Rose.
It's an odd amount of details. Really odd. And I'm not sure what I should be suspecting here, but people provide like unusual amount of detail on something that's not really relevant. There's usually a reason for that. And it is weird that, she keeps saying it's her mom's birthday, but her mom's out of town and she's here by herself. So what is her mom's birthday? Maybe she wasn't invited to go to do whatever the rest of the family was doing. I don't know.
Dominic, please, please. She's not even around here to come get me out, please. Because you know I didn't do anything wrong and nobody's coming to get me, please. Nobody is coming to get me.
The emphasizing the vulnerability thing. God, they teach kids that now. That's how you win conflicts. Present yourself as the more vulnerable, and you win.
It's so hard to co-parent with, like, I can't imagine having kids because I can't do it with my dogs.
This is a really weird confession. I can't imagine having kids because I'm having so much trouble with dogs.
Please, like, that's all I'm struggling with is just missing something I love. Like, I'm not trying to hurt anybody, and you know I didn't try to hurt you. I'm just missing my babies, and you take me to jail.
No, not buying her own story.
Please, like, I want to finish college. I want
And now we're back to she hasn't finished, graduated.
to have a good future. What? Please don't do this to me. I don't even know what charge
Now, see,
this is.
It's the boys in blue that ruin your future, not you.
I can't beat this in court, and you know I can't.
Yeah, because it's on video of you throwing rocks. Apparently, there's multiple cameras capturing you doing what appears to be throwing rocks at cops.
And you know I won't be. I have it on video, but I don't have the money to pay for a lawyer.
Oh, well, I have it on video, but since I don't have the money to hire a lawyer to, request the video and present it in court, well, then I'm going to lose. But she earlier said she would win because of the video.
To beat this, and you know, please.
You can't beat it because the video won't show what you want it to.
You're fucking my life. When you know I didn't even try to hurt you. Please. So, and you, God damn, you're just gonna ignore me, okay? Please, like, this is, I'm trying to graduate college.
Not trying to graduate.
Like, I did I got my degree. Like, I have my diploma, but they spelled my middle name wrong, so I'm getting a new one sent in the mail, but, like, I did everything I was supposed to do. I did it right.
Yeah, that sounds so much like BS.
My ex took Chloe and Nappy tonight. I have a pit bull he's black and white, and he has
Not saying anything negative, and then describing what is most likely her dog.
a really big head, and he's my baby. And then I have Chloe,
He's trying to generate a human moment to try to get the cop to interact.
and Chloe had Tutu, and I have Tutu. Tutu is at my house, but my ex ex took Nappy and Chloe, and I'm hurting from that. And I know better. Like, I would never do it.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. The L, like, I think, yeah, it was a bunch of things happened, but the last leverage she had over her ex, you know, the only strong hand position that she still had, and she got back, and, you know, it wasn't there, and she didn't know how to cope.
Anything to hurt you guys, I'm just sad.
Not sad.
I'm sad. And I can't beat this. Why are you doing this? Please, you know I
She
can't.
literally made every choice required to end up where she's at.
Like,
That
you know it's gonna be me.
endless amount of off ramps that she could have taken.
And I tried so. Oh my God, my mom is gonna hate me. My mom is gonna hate
Yeah,
me.
she's pushed this thought down a few times already, but it made it. And now that trying to graduate, but just finished.
Oh my God! Ah!
And I think this is her realizing that, you know, the lies are all going to come out.
Cancer. I hope you get fucking stage 4 cancer.
This is so much
I
self-hate.
hope you have a kid and you get to enjoy it for 6 months and then the kid dies. Do you understand?
She is in so much pain right now, self-inflicted, but the environment doesn't let you, like, grow properly by. I don't want to go into that.
My mom has no clue where I am. No, I don't need to be here. And you know it, you racist bitch. You know it. It's on camera. My mom will pay for a lawyer and it will break us. But she will just because.
I just, you know, immense pity.
And I know you just.
But maybe this, you know, maybe this whole situation was what she really needed to kind of grow up a little bit. But it'd probably take a series.
When I play my video,
A series of events.
Pick up something and throw it right down on the ground. It has nothing to do with them. It's out of anger. It's just me being emotional. And you'll see it, and you'll see that this is a wrongful arrest. And I will sue you.
Like, she doesn't
guys.
understand what's on the entire video.
Sir, please.
Because I don't think. Sorry, that gets complicated. I don't want to dig into that.
You know I didn't do anything to you. I just can't believe
I think I'm going to
you're doing
skip
this.
ahead a little bit because this is
I did nothing.
most of the same.
You know what? Assault. What did you?
Oh, wait.
Can you?
She draws him into responding by being less extreme for a little bit.
And you're putting it. Can you? And you're putting it. Can you at least tell me what you're saying? My arrest is for. What is it?
Assault on Leo ×3.
Assault on law enforcement officer ×3.
Times 3. 3 felonies. You're gonna ruin my future.
She doesn't seem actually that upset about it. It seems like her future was already ruined, and now she has the scapegoat to blame for that.
It's on video when you know it. Assault. What did you feel? Tell me, officer. What did you feel? How hurt are you? You drove me here just for.
And that's the thing I showed earlier. It's like, you know, I didn't throw it at you. Well, I didn't hit you. Well, I didn't injure you. Well, I didn't injure you so bad that you needed an ambulance.
Fucking fine. Get that on camera. You know that's wrong. Like, I'm trying to be confused.
Yeah, I've brought up the Wevel eyes a few times. I don't know exactly what the real story is, but I would wager it'd be similar to something I've said.
40 grand in debt to Kaiser University because I just graduated the OTA program. You can look it up. And I get.
Have you graduated or are you trying to graduate? Because you keep bouncing back and forth. They're going to go back and look in the yard and try to figure out which rock you threw.
This is gonna get a lawyer, and I'm gonna make you guys look bad in court. You know this isn't right, and you know I will.
Well, apparently she can't fight and win because she's back to what she said the first time.
You know this. Yeah, and I let go, and I no contest. No, I will get you in trouble. It is on video. This is ruining my future, and it is on video. In college.
She got charged for everything.
Sir, why are you doing this to me?
Assault on Leo might,
Video,
depending on where it's
you
at.
know it.
Battery, I think, is the felony.
You know you weren't assaulted. Please, sir, like you know.
It's like they think they can do the Jedi mind trick. Like, you know.
I can't. I'm gonna have a heart attack. I'm not. Okay. I'm having a panic attack. I need medical attention. I'm asking you for medical attention.
And to be fair, she's probably experiencing something. The worst thing that's ever happened to you is the worst thing that's ever happened to you. And I think this is actually interesting. She just runs out of energy. Her mouth is actually open. Well, she didn't like close it. And there it closes. It's very, very soft reboot. Yeah. And I would have expected her to just stay passed out, which is why I don't think there's alcohol involved. I don't think she would have gotten up from this. But I think she just kind of accepted that she's going to jail here.
This isn't. Please, I'm so scared.
And she's looking for Agent Smith.
You know I didn't do anything to you. You know I'm barefoot.
I'm vulnerable, barefoot. I didn't hurt you.
I will do anything.
And there's the part that just hurts me.
I want my mom. I want my mom so bad. She knows I wouldn't do anything to you.
No, she doesn't.
You guys,
And you know she doesn't.
Oh my God, you're so dirty. You're so dirty
And
racist.
finish with some projection.
My uncle's in the NAACP.
Not sure exactly how that's going to help you. But that is the end of the video. Ran a bit long here, but you know, there was a lot to get through. I think extreme examples elucidate what's actually normal and healthy. Like you see this extreme version of it. It's like you're kind of getting to look inside the brain of a person, and it can get a little scary. And a lot of people would just say, well, she's just crazy, she's drunk or whatever. And they used to do that with like serial killers. There was nothing to be gained from ever studying or talking to a serial killer. You know, they're just crazy. There's nothing to be gained down that alley. But as it turns out, understanding why they do what they do is really helpful. And I think the reason they didn't want to is because, you know, if you happen to understand why a psychopath killed people, well, then maybe you're the psychopath. So I think a lot of times people don't want to look at these sort of darker parts of our psyche because it would be to acknowledge that they're in us. And it is. And pretending it isn't there doesn't help. So I think I will finish with a quote, paraphrase from Solzhenitsyn. It said, "The line between good and evil runs down the middle of every man's heart." I'm the expert layman. You all have a great day.